just looking at the atmosphere right now, battle rap, you know, they saying there's no Summer Madness this year.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? But we hearing there's still another Born Legacy to come.
There's a Born Legacy and a NOME. November 20th is NOME. Gramercy. Get your tickets now. I can't release the card. The trailer should be dropping. Twiz, hurry the fuck up. And Born Legacy will probably be in December.
Okay.
So I don't know, like I said, but Born Legacy 4 is crazy. I locked in already some fire shit. You know, so just stay tuned. You got a lot of dope names on that card on Born Legacy 4. You got a lot of dope names on NOME 6, right? If I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, NOME 6.
NOME 6. So, you know, just stay tuned and, you know, get with it.
Damn, yeah, nah. How does it, you know, like, looking back now, like, damn, NOME 6.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. The evolution of the URL is kind of crazy. Just from the beginning to end, you'll see like people trying to mimic and copy what you do, and you just continue to move forward, continue to work. You see fans grow, different fans, kids. Like for instance, fucking if you think about it, 7 years ago, chess was 11. You know what I mean? Jersey Twerk was like fucking 14. So if you look at it, our fans are growing with us, and our bracket is pretty. It's like from like age 11 to like fucking age 60, to be honest.
Yeah.
So it's a good demographic to have. So honestly, like, you know, just the growth of it, the subscribership, and people just recognize you everywhere. It's a dope feeling, you know. But it's about time to make it something extremely official and start getting this money with it too.
Summer Madness isn't going down.
Yeah.
How do you feel, you know, since it's like, because Summer Madness is probably like the biggest thing in battle rap?
At first I was a little disappointed, I'll be honest with you, but sometimes you gotta not do something to actually appreciate it later on. Okay. And I feel as if a lot of these battle rappers were asking for astronomical numbers, and you know, there's a lot of things that you can add to it. The wild money people were asking for. The incidents that happened in New York with the shooting at Irving Plaza, a lot of this shit kind of played into us kind of having a smaller window. And sometimes, you know, when you rush shit, it goes down. Sometimes it don't. And it just didn't make sense to pull it off, and we ran out of time. Remember, Born Legacy was August 28th or something like that. So we had to pull it off 20 days later, which wasn't feasible for us. So if we moved it to October, November, then it was Fall Madness. So we just said, you know, fuck it, let's just do NOME.
I mean, looking at it like from the perspective of all the top tier dudes, like is it
there's no such thing as top tier. But yeah,
there's no such thing as top tier no more?
Because I'm gonna break top tier down for you. Okay, top tier is this. Okay, top tier is that you're performing at a high level and continue to perform at a high level. Somebody top tier, Hollow the Don will be top tier because he's performing at that level all the time. You know what I'm saying? But you don't stay top tier. Example, Peyton Manning is a Hall of Fame quarterback, one of the greatest of all time. Okay. But when he won the Super Bowl last year with Denver, he wasn't a top tier quarterback. He threw what? He had 9 touchdowns, 16 interceptions. He wasn't a top tier player. But he is one of the greatest of all time, but he didn't maintain that level, so you can't consider him that. Okay. So guys that the fans kind of put this top tier label on anybody that's been doing it for years, which is not true. Okay. Because if you're a top tier, you have to be performing at that level. You know what I mean? Kobe Bryant wasn't a top tier shooting guard last year. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't even in the top 10. So you can't consider him that. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. Okay. But at the moment, he's not. So that's what people mistaking it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe in the top tier for that instance, to be honest with you.
Okay, so to you, the top tier is whoever's just the top of their game.
Whoever's performing at that moment. Like, I would say Hollow the Don. Definitely. Okay.
Do you still have to have, like, enough battles, though, to still be considered that? Or if you have 5 battles?
Listen, if you're performing at a high level, it is what it is.
You can fuck around battle anybody, basically.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. It's basically you bringing your A game. You feel me? Okay. You could be battling a bunch of vets and not performing, and that's been the problem over the last few years. A lot of people haven't been performing. So how do you consider them elite when they're not even performing at that level? You can't.
What's your advice to these new dudes, right? Because I know you all y'all looking for stars.
Learn how to speak English. For real, like a lot of people
learn how to talk. Speak English?
Yeah, like a lot of these guys get in interviews and they sound stupid. Okay. You know what I mean? You know what I gotta shout out? Like a nigga like Jim's, to me, is a very intelligent dude. Like if you ever see him in blogs and stuff like that, you may not think he's the greatest rapper or nothing's net. But the way he markets himself and interviews, I can sit and watch a Jim's interview and be like, yo, this nigga's fucking hilarious. But I can't do that with a lot of other people.
Okay.
So honestly, learn, like educate yourself, read a book, learn how to talk in front of a camera. Public speaking is one of the biggest fears in life. I think it's like drowning, fire, and public speaking or some shit like that.
That's crazy.
So if you really think about it, a lot of people don't know how to do that. So honestly, you got to train yourself to be able to speak. You know what I mean? And a lot of these guys don't understand when you speak, you market yourself. People kind of attract themselves to your personality. When you don't know how to do that, people can't relate to you. That's why people relate to Averb or Eclipse and stuff like that, because they understand how to bring you in through their vocabulary and basically, you know, just sheer talk, man, to be honest.
So you think like for a lot of these new guys, they need to work on their outside
Absolutely.
game?
Yeah, because they don't, but it's new to them. It comes with time. You know what I'm saying? Like Smack didn't speak well before in front of camera. It took him time. Same thing with myself. Like I was more eager to get in front of the camera because I didn't care, but I understood like, okay, you know, it's a process. You know, it takes a while to get comfortable in front of the camera. Like you as an interviewer, it's gonna take time for you as well.
Yeah, that's right.
Like a lot of guys that do interviews, they ask the same fucking questions all the time, and I hate it. You know what I mean? So whenever I do an interview where somebody's refreshing, I'm like, yo, that was dope. I had fun. Because a lot of people tend to stick to a program, and when you're doing battle rap or you're doing interviews and stuff like that, you gotta learn how to express yourself and make it entertaining for the viewer.
Nah, that's real. When you look at these new guys, because you know I speak to a lot of new battlers, and they're eager to be that dude. You know what I'm saying? They're eager to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What do you say to them to separate themselves, to be in that light, to get that bag?
Don't lose the hunger, continue to work.
Yeah, because a lot of them want that bag. You know what I'm saying? They want that money.
You can't. Once you focus on the bag,
yeah,
you lose a lot. Because now your mind is somewhere else. You let that take care of itself. You continue to work and get better, and then allow it to get to you. Once you start chasing the bag, especially when there's not a lot of revenue coming in like that, you kind of fuck up everything for everybody. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of distractions when you do that. Just stay focused on work, man. Just work.
How about the top tier guy? I mean the seasoned dudes who's been putting in a lot of work when they ask for a lot of money. Cause you know what I'm saying? I spoke to Ray Swag. You was here earlier. You got the.
I think a lot of these guys are greedy. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not gonna pull punches. I think a lot of them are definitely greedy. I don't think they understand business. I think they count in your pockets, and sometimes a fair amount to them is not being enough. All these guys basically, they're not basing it on what they feel like they're worth. They're basing it on what somebody else got.
Okay.
And one time on what they think somebody else got. So that's the biggest problem with a lot of these guys. It's like, oh, I got 5. Shit, I should get 6. And basically, you guys put these leagues under pressure to get this money. And what they don't realize is whenever you're like, for instance, leagues. Let's say the NFL, the NBA, these leagues, they don't base their salaries on revenue from the door. They don't base it on stadiums, because if that was the case, the Jaguars would be out of fucking business. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they got guys like Nike, for instance. Nike is their sponsor for the jerseys. They pay billions of dollars to have that.
Endorsements, basically.
Exactly. The TV deals. For Channel 2 to have exclusive for the AFC. For Channel 5 to have the NFC games exclusive. They're paying billions of dollars.
That's right.
So what's what people don't realize? That's revenue that's coming in. It's called shared revenue. So now the league is able to pay those salaries. You know what I'm saying?
That's why these dudes get X amount of dollars.
Exactly. When it comes to battle rap, there isn't that. There isn't a stream. There isn't a revenue stream coming in. That's why when I said if people were to pay $2 per battle, which is fucking nothing, let's say $1, you'll be able to have all those battles you ever wanted.
Everything.
Because there's a revenue coming in. I can sit back, okay, listen, we got 30 for Mook, yo Mook, you wanted 40 for Mook, because there is a revenue coming in. But until people understand that and support that, you're not going to get that. You're going to continue to be frustrated because you're not supporting. But there is some fans that have supported. Like I just recently did a GoFundMe. A lot of people had they felt like, Norbes, like, why are you asking for money? Like, what's the purpose of this shit? The purpose is it's an operation. You feel me? And we have bills to pay and stuff like that. Now, I never wanted to ask for the fans, but when I came up with that blog, when I stated if y'all to pay $1, $2 in support, we would be able to facilitate a lot of the things that you want to see. So a lot of fans hit me up like, yo, if you guys open a link or whatever, we'll pay. So I just opened the GoFundMe and allowed the fans, if they wanted to give whatever they wanted. That was basically the main thought. A lot of people thought I was asking for something. I wasn't asking for shit. You feel me? Fans wanted an outlet to be able to donate. And shout out to all those fans that donated. But it also shows you the number of fans that are actually willing to pay, as opposed to the fans that don't want to pay anything and see it for free. And honestly, bro, it's not very, very good.
So it's like 10% people would want to pay 90%.
Let me give you a breakdown. Okay. A 1 million view battle, right? Let's say you have a 1 million view battle and 1,000 people show up to an event, which is a lot of people show up to an event, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of people.
Now, 1,000 people, 1,000% of 1 million is less than a quarter percent. It's less than a tenth of a percent. So if you have a 1 million views, that means 0.10, which is 99.9% of the people that actually watch battle didn't pay. That is fucking incredibly bad.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? And people don't realize that if you don't support it, what's gonna happen?
It's gonna die.
Exactly. And I feel as if a lot of black-owned businesses, minority-owned businesses aren't supported by their own people, and I think that's just fucked up. And that's why I created that link to basically put the onus on the fans. If you want to support, you want to see this thing grow, here's your option. If you don't, hey, it doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to continue to work and do what I do. But a lot of fans don't understand that. And they're just like, nah, we ain't paying for shit. But it's ironic that they'll spend $300, $1,200 on a pair of shoes, but won't put $2 into something they love to watch. So it's kind of fucked up, to be honest with you. But, you know, that's pretty much what it is.
Would you guys ever at least try to put it into action just to see?
You know, charge people?
Yeah.
Listen, at the end of the day, man, I would love to. And I just did that really to kind of increase awareness of to what's to come or what can happen or what should happen. And people should support, you feel me? And, you know, honestly, it wasn't the most successful thing, to be perfectly honest, but anybody that did give or did whatever, I definitely appreciate them for. But fans have to support it. You know what I mean? You'd rather just see it die. You know what I mean? So it's kind of tough for me. It's a tough pill to swallow.
You think, because a lot of fans back in the day, you think they used to pay for DVDs, pay to see certain things. You think it's just the access that is so free now? That people just got used
because
to
people will bootleg it. People will bootleg CDs. They will bootleg DVDs.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? We don't support each other. It is what it is. We just don't. And it's crazy. We'll go out and spend $350 on a belt that don't even hold up your pants to somebody you don't even know what he looks like. I don't know. I don't think anybody knows who the fuck the guy, whoever owns Gucci, looks like. But yeah, we're willing to say, hey, it's $350. You know what I mean? You know, Michael Jordan ain't fucking. He ain't nowhere around.
Phil Knight, he own that shit, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So people, I think the mentality of people are crazy. There's a reason why Bon Jovi can go on fucking tour at 70 years old and sell out Giant Stadium. Not like stadium, but a lot of hip hop artists are struggling to fill out 200-seat venues.
Yeah.
We don't support each other, and I think we have to build an awareness of that, and just not in battle rap, but in hip hop in general. And just black-owned and minority-owned business, Hispanic-owned business, we have to support each other. I think everybody, when it comes to us, people feel like we should be giving it away. But, you know, the Joker said it best, right? If you're good at something, you should be paid for it.
That's real.
You know what I mean?
What do you think about Hitman versus Shotgun Suge? You know what I'm saying? I spoke to Suge. He said, he needs to go down on Smack. He doesn't really want.
I mean, absolutely.
But Hitman asking for 30 rags. You know what I'm saying? And it's
I would never
blame the back and forth. You know what I'm saying?
I would never blame a man for what he feels like he's worth. But at the end of the day, you can't blame me for saying.
Trap like Wi-Fi. Build a shed. Shrimp on the yacht.